Hello, and welcome to the presentation on Yes Prep White Oak Academic Probation for Quarter 1 for the 2020-2021 school year. This presentation is predominantly for students who are in middle school, which are grades 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. My name is Mrs. Adashina, and I am the Director of Student Support. Now, before we get into what academic probation for middle school is about, I want to be sure to give you some information on a few key people who will be assisting your student throughout the school year. The first picture is Mr. Justin Johnson, who is the middle school dean of students. Mr. Jamie Morgan, who is a 6th grade math teacher as well as the 6th grade level chair. And the second picture is Miss Erica Barnes, who is a 7th grade ELA teacher and the 7th grade level chair. And the last photo is of Mr. Saeed Osman, who is our PE teacher and the 8th grade level chair. So at any point throughout the year you have any questions about your student's academic standing, you may reach out to any one of these people. So before we talk about academic probation at Yes Prep White Oak, we want to talk about our values. The first value is team. We must work together to get our students on track academically. The second value is enthusiasm. We must have a positive attitude and remain optimistic about our students' ability to achieve academically. The last value is of continuous improvement. We must focus on our students' goals and take the steps necessary to reach them. If we focus on all three of the values, then together we can ensure that our students are achieving academically. By the end of this session, we hope that you'll be able to understand what a day at White Oak is, find your students' individual schedule in Skyward, find and understand your students' academic status, understand graduation requirements if you have a student who's in high school or a senior, which this presentation, as I mentioned earlier, is strictly for middle school, and know how to contact teachers. So what is academic probation? Academic probation is an opportunity to understand students' standing, reset expectations, and take advantage of any interventions. Here's a sample breakdown of the daily schedule that our students follow. If you notice here, students have 4 classes every single day. Each class is separated into 2 parts. There is a synchronous part, which means live teaching from the teacher, and then there's asynchronous part, which means independent work time. Students also are given a lunch break in the middle of the day and have opportunities for other extra breaks. If your student is on academic probation, a couple of things that we have noticed are as it relates to their attendance and behavioral trends. Students are not logging in to teams at all. Maybe students are logging in, but they're not actually participating. Students are not submitting assignments, and students are not following up with missed classes or missed assignments. So if you're wondering how is it that my child is logged in but is still failing, then these are some of the questions that you can ask them to better understand what is going on with their academics. So now I want to show you how you can find your student's schedule within Skyward. The first thing you want to do is to log into Skyward. This is the web address as you see highlighted in blue above. You want to put in your student's email address and their password. If they've never changed their password, it will remain as YesStudents7. However, if they have changed it, then have them put that password in. When you get there, you want to click on Schedule. When you click on Student Schedule, you'll notice an option to show A day and B day will pop up. Now that you have found your student schedule, I want to show you how to find their grades. You're going to still log into Skyward, the same thing, but instead of using the student's login, you will be using your login. Then you will be clicking on Grading. And when you click on Grading, it's going to show you your students' grades for that marking period. M1 means quarter 1. In this chart above, you will understand the key terms to help you understand how to read the progress report or report card that you are receiving. So if you want to take a picture of this screen or screenshot it or pause it or write it down, please do so at this time. You're also able to click on any missing assignments that students are missing for their teachers to see what they may be missing and possibly adding to their overall grade. Now, I want to make sure we have an understanding of the Yes Prep Public Schools middle school promotional requirements. It is important that students in 6th and 7th grade earn a yearly average of 70% in 3 of their 4 core academic subjects. So their core academic subjects are reading, math, social studies, and science. They have to pass 3 of the 4. Middle school students also who do not attend at least 90% of the academic school year is at risk of losing credit. So if a student passes all 4 core subjects but misses less than 90% of the school year, they can also fail based off of attendance only. For 8th grade, not only do they have to pass 3 out of the 4 core subjects, but they also have to pass STAR. So that is the state of Texas readiness test that is taken every year by students. 8th grade students can also be at risk for retention based off of attendance as well. So if you're still wondering what can you do in order to assist your child in their better academic standing, here are a couple of options and suggestions. You can view their grades to understand the grades. You can communicate with your child to understand what's going on, identify gaps for them, reach out with the teacher, reset your household expectations more frequently, and then check in with your students in their progress consistently. We understand with the nature of virtual learning in COVID, it is extremely difficult for parents as well as teachers and for students to learn in this type of environment. And we have little control as to the type of learning environment that our nation and state is currently facing. And we want to extend as much grace as possible. However, we do believe students still need to learn, and we do expect a level of cooperation and effort from our families as well as our students, because we are in this together and we need to work together to ensure that students don't fall further behind. So at this time, this ends the presentation for middle school academic probation. Because this is a recording, there is no opportunity to ask questions. However, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My name is Mrs. Adeshina, so damilola.adeshina@yesprep.org. That's DAMILOLA.ADESINA @yesprep.org. Thank you.